Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft video every weekday. Today, I'm so excited to get to play in one of the coolest events that we get to play in on Arena, a Limited Championship Qualifier. In this event, if I get 7 wins before I get my second loss, then I get a token for Draft 2. In Draft 2, if you get 5 wins before your second loss, you get $1,000 US and an invitation to the Arena Limited Championship. If you get 6 wins, you get $2,000. It is definitely a major bucket list item for me to go to the Paper Limited Championship, and this is the first step on that road. If we do well in this draft, we qualify for Draft 2. If we do well in Draft 2, we qualify for the Arena Limited Championship. If we do well in the Arena Limited Championship, then we go to the Paper Limited Championship in 2027. All right, what do we have here? Oh, what a pack indeed. So I do think that in this format currently, people are way over drafting the Converge decks. So I'm going in with a pretty pronounced preference to be white aggro if at all possible. But of course, you have to draft your seat. What we see in this pack is that the best card, bar nothing, is Snarl Song, a truly fantastic Converge payoff. Where the Converge payoffs are sitting right now is that they have the highest improvement in hand. I posted a video a few days ago about this, doing a data deep dive on the state of the current format in preparation for this draft. And basically, improvement in hand is the difference between how often your deck wins when you don't draw a card and how often your deck wins when you do draw a card. It's sort of a build around measure, or a measure of how much a card is propping up a deck. You could also argue that a really big improvement in hand is a signal that you're maybe allowing a card to pull you in a direction that you shouldn't go in, ending up with a worse deck overall, but the card is powerful enough to save you from that. So basically what you want to do is, I'm going to speculate on this, but I am not going to go Converge bar nothing just because I have 1 copy of Snarl Song. If you're going Converge, you really want to have a density of Converge payoffs. So the all-in on Converge thing to do right now would be, I don't know, take a Titan's Grave to support our Snarl Song. That's not what I'm going to do. What I see in this pack is a fantastic 1-drop. There are 2 very, very, very strong 1-drops in this format, Lecturing Scorn Mage and Elite Interceptor. I'm going to take the Lecturing Scorn Mage. It's very unlikely that we play that in the same deck as the Snarl Song, although you could imagine a Golgari deck that does. But more likely, I'm now going to run multiple different decks against each other. We are going to take the best card in the pack for the first few picks at least, until we start seeing some signals. I do like Artistic Process. This maybe is better in Sealed than it is in Draft, but it's very good in Sealed. Monstrous Rage can also be pretty strong. Grapple with Death is nice removal. It's about all that I see. I think Snooping Page is too delicate. Yeah, I mean, Hydro Channeler could be a nice way of hitting your Converge mana, but I'm just going to snap up that Scorn Mage. I think it's the best card in the pack by a good amount. Okay, what are we looking at here? So interestingly, okay, so basically Living End is not anything. Joined Researchers is a 2/2 for 2 first strike, but the prepare ability is not really something that you want to do. So 2/2 for 2 first strike is not really good enough. There's a Topiary Lecturer, which could go into a Converge deck, I guess, but again, not really where I'm looking. And the other uncommon Social Snob I have not been able to play around or build around. So we're looking at, I would say, Shattered Acolyte, Imperious Ink Mage. I have actually seen Imperious Ink Mages like wheeling in drafts recently, so I don't know what that says about this card. I think it's a pretty solid card. And that's pretty much everything. Maybe Heated Argument. There's an outside argument for it. I'm just going to take the Shattered Acolyte. I think you really, you know, I would really be happy to end up in a very highly aggressive Silver Quill deck. If you can curve out 1, 2, 3, you have a very strong chance of winning. It's earlier than I want to be taking Shattered Acolyte, but I don't hate picking it up. Now, this is really interesting. I found the Relic Sloth to be quite strong because it almost has, we talk about how 4-drops with no protection and no enters the battlefield ability are weak because they're vulnerable to removal. This kind of has an enters the battlefield ability because you play it and then immediately as soon as you go to combat, you get a trigger for your remove things from the graveyard stuff. I do want to shout out though, Stone Docent is a more flexible pick because it could also go in a Silver Quill deck. But honestly, I think that the Sloth is good enough that it's almost a signal at this point that perhaps a Lorehold is open. So I'm just going to snap that up. Wow. I mean, we just have an embarrassment of riches here. The best card in the pack has got to be Matter Bending Mage, but at this point I'm definitely getting kicked around the table. If I'm speculating on yet another color, that would be the 5th color, right? So the other thing that we could do is take Stirring Honormancer, which I think is a very strong card. I mean, Matter Bending Mage is so good though. Isn't Matter Bending Mage better than Stirring Honormancer? This is not what usually happens at these highly competitive draft tables. Much more common experience would be that all of the good cards are gone by pick 5. We're getting good cards. They're just kind of all over the place, except for the pack where we had Shattered Acolyte. I mean, I think I just want to take the best card. I really want to end up in an open lane and get rewarded pack 3. Holy smokes, what is going on at this table? I mean, there's a Startled Relic Sloth, but there's also a Pursue the Past and a Fields of Strife and a Deduce. Someone has a strong preference to be green, maybe? Yeah, it kind of seems like maybe we should be leaning away from green. Do I take Pursue the Past over Startled Relic Sloth? I think so, right? Pursue the Past is so good. I kind of hate passing a Startled Relic Sloth pick 6, though. I mean, it's equally a signal either way, whatever I do, whether I pass the Sloth or the Pursue the Past. And there's also Fields of Strife in here. I mean, I think I just have to take Pursue the Past. Pick 6, Pursue the Past. Now there's an Essence Scatter, which is a card that I love. I also really like Visionary Stance. We could be somewhere in the Jeskai space, I suppose, but okay, there's no lore hold pick here per se, right? I mean, I guess I could take Heated Argument. I think that's so much worse than Essence Scatter. I also quite like Run Behind. Run Behind is often just 2 and a blue, destroy target creature, honestly, because of the number of times that your opponent will put their creature on the bottom. But I think I just want Essence Scatter. I mean, technically you could also take Visionary Stance with the idea that it can go in a more lore-holdy deck and you're just discarding it on turn 2 a lot. I'm going to speculate on this Essence Scatter. I mean, we saw a late Matter Bending Mage. Okay, and I'll take Homesickness over all of these cards. This is so interesting. It does seem that, like, white aggro is not exactly an open lane. I think we're getting a lot of clarity that, like, Lecturing Scorn Mage and Snarl Song is not really where it's at. So we're somewhere more in the Jeskai space, I think. But I'll definitely take the Homesickness here. Sapphire and the Tempest is not anything. Chase Inspiration, I liked a lot in Sealed. It turns out to be a very, very strong overperformer in Sealed. In Draft, not so much. Okay, Stadium Title Mage can kill a person. It's kind of between Stadium Title Mage and the Painter. I might just go with the Painter here. I mean, Stadium Title Mage is like a strong card on the face of it. I think I might just go with the Painter because it's a 2-drop. You could imagine us being, let's say, Prismari splash green for Snarl Song. That could be a nice place to be, and splash a little bit of white. So I'll take the Stadium Title Mage with that in mind. Titan's Grave and Mindful Biomancer. I have seen Witherbloom be more open than I think it should be at these tables. I think people have internalized, you know, Witherbloom is bad or whatever. Actually, Prismari is less winning than Witherbloom. Here, I guess I'll speculate on Terrafractal. So Quandrix actually could be open. The thing is, I've seen no evidence that green is open from the right, but it could become open. I don't know. I think I would put my bet on Prismari right now as the most likely place that I'm supposed to be. Okay, so hey, look, I read the signals. I feel like I have a pretty good handle on what people are doing to my right. Wow. Okay, so Germination Practicum is pretty nice. And I said that first, even though I know it might give you a bit of a heart attack, because we have in this pack one of the 2 or 3 best cards in the format together as one. So I know I said that Converge is cooked and, you know, people are overdrafting Converge and that kind of a thing. I mean, Together as One is a sort of a payoff that motivates being Converge. So I will absolutely be taking Together as One. Now I'm looking for a way to put Together as One and also Snarl Song in my deck. I would not hate if I could also play... So I have like some red cards, some red-white cards. This black card is probably nothing. I don't think there's any way that Lecturing Scorn Mage is making my deck at this point. Probably not Shattered Acolyte either. You could splash Pursue the Past, I think, in some cases. But anyways, now we're just going to be like Prismari control, I think. With Together as One, some kind of Converge control. Converge control. Okay, so best card in the pack. I mean... So Homesickness is very strong. I like this card a lot. I also think Render Speechless is absolutely busted. This card is so stupid. They basically gave, and no, I did not think, and I don't think anyone thought when we first saw this card that it was so good. But it turns out they basically gave the best aggro deck a better control piece than the control decks get. The fact that you can build your board presence while also taking my Together as One out of my hand on turn 4 before I have a chance to play it is just busted. Having said that, so there is a Paradox Gardens, which could help us with our splash into Snarl Song. I think I'm just on Tome Blast. I think there's a really good chance that I'm going to be Prismari Converge, and if I'm Prismari Converge, I would love as many copies of Tome Blast as I can possibly get my hands on. So I'm going to snap that one up. Another Paradox Gardens is pretty nice. There is a Garrison Excavator, which is interesting. I'm kind of surprised that the person to our left did not end up in Lorehold when we passed like Startled Relic Sloth and Fields, you know, so late. Having said, and there's a Garrison Excavator and an Ascendant Dust Speaker. Having said that, I mean, the Lorehold train is gone, I believe. Cost of Brilliance is also strong. Embrace of Paradox is pretty good. But it is much worse than Together as One, and I'm much more interested in trying to support my Together as One. I think I'll just take Flow State. This card is like, if you can make it work, it's so bonkers. If you can't make it work, it's pretty bad. So let's take it and let's try to make it work. I mean, Tome Blast plus Essence Scatter, like, we have some ways of hitting our mana. Now, check this out. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen to give me some reason to have a green base. Pack 2 pick 4 Environmental Scientist is a signal that there's more good green stuff to come from the left. From the right, green did feel pretty cut, but I don't exactly need it to be a super main color. And it's way better for supporting, I mean, Environmental Scientist is just going to be so helpful for supporting Snarl Song and Together as One. So let's cut the Terrafractal. I may be kind of teamer-ish, probably not playing all of this random Lorehold stuff, but I'm definitely going to speculate on this Environmental Scientist. And who knows, maybe I don't end up running it. Oh, there's a Rubble Rouser in here. I mean, Run Behind versus Rubble Rouser, a deck like this wants as much removal as it can get its grubby little hands on. I highly doubt I'm going to end up with a lot of Leaves the Graveyard synergies. So I think the Rubble Rouser is not so convincing to me. I'm just going to organize this a little bit. So we only have 2 green cards, so who knows if that Environmental Scientist actually is going to make the deck. But really, I just want so much removal. Okay, and here's a Studious First here. And there's an Arcane Omens. Payoff or Enabler, folks. I mean, Arcane Omens is just so not okay. Oh, man, this is tough. I think I take Arcane Omens just to complete the suite. Like I said, you only want to be in Converge if you can really support the Converge, right? You only want to be in Converge if you can really support it. So that is to say, you don't want 1 copy of Snarl Song in an otherwise bad deck. You want a density of Converge payoffs. So I think I go in this direction, and I'm trying to just always have a good Converge card in my hand or access to one through cards like Flow State. We'll see. I mean, my fixing is not looking good at all at the moment. So, but cards like, I mean, actually Goblin Glassrite is not the worst. This is technically fixing, but I think I'd rather have the Rubble Rouser. It ramps me into Together as One. Another Run Behind I'm very, very happy to see. Actually, I want a lot of copies of Run Behind if at all possible. Here, we might just take Strife Scholar as a 3-drop. I guess Campus Composer is something that they do technically have to deal with. By the way, I kind of like Tenured Concoctor. I guess Campus Composer is something that they technically have to deal with. We may not be playing green as a main color. Although, I actually don't hate Wild Hypothesis at all. There's a Spellbook Seeker here, which can help me get into my mana. But let's see, maybe I do end up in green as a main color. Another Homesickness. I mean, now we're kind of full on 6 mana spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 mana spells. I think I'll take the Procrastinate. I could potentially run that, actually. I would not hate that. I guess I'll just cut the Barrage Barrage from here. Okay, Goblin Glassrite. Actually, we managed to wheel a card that makes a treasure. So technically that's one more way of supporting our Converge habit. Maybe here I will just take... Could be the Dual Land, honestly. I think I need to start supporting... I think I really need to start supporting my splash, like, very aggressively, taking lands. I mean, I'm at 23 playables. We're not going to be playing Shattered Acolyte. Highly doubt we're playing either of these Lorehold cards. So let's say that this is the deck so far. The green is a bit of an odd duck here. So I'm probably more likely to want a splash out of red. You really want all of your dual lanes to touch your main colors, right? Because if your dual lanes don't touch your main colors, then you may not... You're just decreasing the number of sources that you have that can play the vast majority of your spells. So right now, I think red is more likely to be a main color than green, unless I get past like another Environmental Scientist. Okay, what are we looking at here? I mean, Bitter Triumph is totally sweet. Wow, there's a lot of good stuff, but there's no good stuff for us. I almost want to just take Page to ramp myself into like Together as One and this kind of a thing. I think I'll just take the Visionary Stance. As much as I want the Bitter Triumph, I really don't want to need more ways of making black mana. I think I'll take Visionary Stance here. So my deck is not at all playing to the board at the moment. If there's any way that I can get a few more creatures into here, that's a good thing. Technically, Visionary Stance can be creatures, but only in the very, very late game. But okay, I think I'll take the Visionary Stance here. Mana Sculpt is a card that I quite like. I also would really like the Charging Strife Knight. I would say this is actually kind of close. Do I have any wizards? 2 wizards. Probably like Matter Bending Mage and something that comes down later on. Landscape Painter. Okay. Is it Mana Sculpt or is it Charging Strife Knight? I mean, my deck is very controlling, right? I think I like Mana Sculpt. Imagine Mana Sculpting and then you can like turn 4 together as 1 for X equals 4 or something by paying 2 of the pips off of Mana Sculpt. Obviously, that's like a best case scenario. But like ramping yourself into Snarl Song or together as 1 sounds really sweet. As much as I do want Charging Strife Knight, I think I might be a little bit too slow, a little bit too dirtily here. But I'm going to very happily take this Prismari land. So right now we're going to be playing we're going to be playing 1 forest. Environmental Scientist is so awkward, but I think I even do play it on the splash because it helps me splash into my other splash colors. Not exactly the situation that you want to be in. Technically, I could take Goblin Glassrite. The Glassrite is a little bit awkward, though. It's a tough card to make work. Oh, Terramorphic Expanse. Oh, Hall of the Great Biblioplex. This can be used for a pip for each of these spells. So that is a really, really good one. As much as I really want Tome Blast, as much as I wouldn't even mind another Pursue the Past, I don't know, actually, that I'm going to play a Plains. That might be the one that I just try to get off of Great Hall and Sundown Pass. I mean, maybe Terramorphic is actually technically better for my deck, but I don't think so. Because I have so many spells that this can help me cast. Here's a Terramorphic Expanse. Oh, up against Strixhaven Sky Coach. There's also an Unsubtle Mockery, which I would love to have, but I already have double Run Behind and Tome Blast and Mana Sculpt and Essence Scatter, a kind of removal. Matter Bending Mage in a way. So I'll definitely play this Sky Coach. This is board presence, blocker, and it fetches me a basic. I mean, Terramorphic Expanse is rather a sweet one as well. I'm probably not playing this Environmental Scientist. Or am I? Hello, Paradox Surveyor. Okay, Snap Decision. Snap Decision, folks. This is how much of an unlimited splash should we be? I think I'm going to go for the Strife Knight. I think that's a responsible choice here. There's no way that green is going to be a main color for me. I don't think that I even get to play this Environmental Scientist. Actually, looking back, I think that was a mistake. I think I shouldn't have taken the Environmental Scientist because we saw just absolutely no evidence that that color was open, that green was open from the right. So I do worry that we maybe fell into the trap that I was pointing out the other day. Archaic's Agony is technically a payoff. I do worry that we fell a little bit into that trap of making a not very good, a deck that will be not very good if we don't draw our Converge cards. But you know what? We're setting ourselves up to draw some Converge cards. I actually think we didn't see another Page, did we? Do I take Page over Tackle Artist? I don't think so. Tackle Artist can totally kill somebody. I have no issue playing that card. Oh yeah, I probably won't play the Procrastinate wherever that went. Another Goblin Glassrite. I actually kind of like the idea of triple Goblin Glassrite. Hello, Rearing Embermare. I also don't hate that card at all. And last, picking a Stadium Tidal Mage. Look, folks, we were in the right lane. I have no idea how this game is going to go, how this draft is going to go, but we were in the right lane. I will tell you that much. So the question is, what exactly do we cut? I kind of think it's just Archaic's Agony. I've been very unimpressed with this card. I think I'll go for 1 forest. We have 6, 7, 8 red. And then in terms of blue, we have 6, 7 blue. That's a little low. But I guess technically, Goblin Glassrite can make treasures that can get into blue, seize the spoils as well. And then there's Strixhaven Sky Coach. I kind of wish that I were base green playing that Environmental Scientist, but you know, I actually think what I cut is Homesickness, just because it's like kind of different from the game plan. I kind of want every single spell, I mean, Visionary Stance a lot of the time, I'm just going to be discarding it on 2. Kind of want every single spell that I play beyond turn 4 to be like a Haymaker, a Converge Haymaker. So I think, let's see how that goes. It is a little unfortunate that we have all these basics just because of the Strixhaven Sky Coach. Like, we are polluting our mana base by a good amount. I really wish I had access to another blue. My main color having only 7 sources for it is a little rough. But with the triple Goblin Glassrite, hopefully that's okay. Is there any argument for playing Environmental Scientist over, like, Rubble Rouser or something? Or over, like, Archaic's Agony or something like that? The idea being, if I can go turn 2 Goblin Glassrite, make a treasure on 3 then it's a turn 4 environmental scientist, and then I can play a 3-drop, and I hit a land for turn 5, which I would use on Arcane Omens or something. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I think environmental scientist is good when you play it on turn 2. Do I want to fit this stadium title mage in somehow? Like, one example would be maybe Seize the Spoils is not so good when I'm banking on these triple glass rights. I mean, maybe 3 goblin glass rights is just kind of dumb. I don't know. I think it's kind of awesome, though. Like, it's a clear game plan. I'm not saying that goblin glass right is the best card ever, but the game plan is crystal clear. The game plan is glass right and make treasures and play a big converge spell. That's the game plan. And I have a bunch of stuff set up to try to find those converge spells. So Stadium Title Mage is actually quite consistent with that game plan, right? I kind of don't want to cut Tackle Artist because the hope of Tackle Artist is it's just going to kill the opponent. But maybe I do cut 1 Tackle Artist for 1 Title Mage with the idea that, like, the Title Mages are directly advancing my game plan. Oh, wow. The deck, the whole identity of the deck was just co-opted by the Title Mage the moment I did that. Okay, so Arena agrees with me. The idea being, if my game plan is, like, find and play the converge spells ASAP, then Stadium Title Mage actually helps advance that game plan. Tackle Artist is kind of like the icing on the cake after you've cast it together as one, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, bonk you for 6. So, okay, kind of wish I had gotten the Tide Caller, the Mill 10 card to go with this deck. But all right, let's try this out. So, by the way, I should also say, yesterday I did a run which went 6 wins and 2 losses. So I played a game where if I'd won that game, I would have made draft 2, but I lost. But you know, I got really, really close. Unfortunately, my mic cut out partway through, so I do not have the video of it. Okay, all right. You know what? Live by the converge, die by the converge. This is the bed that we built, that we made. Now we have to lie in it. Yeah. So I don't even think I'm gonna actually, now that I got that land, now I think I can pilfer an island away. But yeah, that really sucked. That really, really sucked. I'll tell you that much. Oh, Strixhaven Sky Coach to do Arcane Omens for even more. Probably I'll do that. So right now I could Arcane Omens for X equals 3. That's not super impressive. So yeah, let's Strixhaven Sky Coach. Anyways, yeah, losing the video got me like super on tilt. So then I just couldn't like, couldn't bring myself to do more anytime soon after that. So I think I really do want to go Sky Coach, because if I can go for like X equals 4, I'm going to be really happy. So I'm going to go ahead and get a Forest and play it. Yeah, Arcane Omens for X equals 4 is kind of awesome. I would like it if they would like play a land, play 2 spells, and then I can get everything in their hand. It's a little bit worse if they get to just keep the best card in their hand. But you know what? I mean, it's kind of greedy to even be thinking about that. Anyways, yeah, so that really sucked. Not having my 6 wins recorded. That was a like really tense, really interesting draft. I did it with a Sultai deck. That was kind of cool. But alas, it is lost to history. All right. So I do wonder if they're missing a land drop here. Run Behind is kind of good, but also kind of bad against Textbook Tabulator. It resets the increment, but it also gives them an extra surveil. All right. I do wish I had that 1 extra pip to do this for maximum lethality, but now that's kind of interesting, Snarl Song. But I think let's just go for the kill here. Technically, they could have Spell Pierce. I didn't even think about main deck Spell Pierce in draft. That would be pretty bad, but I don't even think I'm supposed to play around that, because how would I play around that? Just play Tackle Artist here? That's kind of like giving up way too much equity. If you just drop a Tackle Artist in a situation like this, you're just kind of like making yourself lose without them even needing to have the Spell Pierce, you know? Kind of looks like they're not countering it. They're thinking about what to discard. That's what I believe is the state that we're at. So they have to make a judgment about what's my best card. Oh, wow. We got a lot of sweetness out of them. That scares me about what the remaining card is. Definitely scares me a little bit. Mathemagic's Quick Study and Stress Stream. Oh, a stock up. No, that makes sense. I would have kept stock up there as well. Because Mathematics, you're not going to get that many cards out of for a good while. Stock up is better than Quick Study. And Stress Stream, they would still need another land to play it. So maybe, yeah. And they couldn't keep it and a land. So that makes perfect sense. Now, do I actually ping them for 1 here? I don't think I'm going to need to be generating so much mana with the Rebel Rouser. Oh, Snap Block. Snap Block. There's zero question in my mind. Snap Block. Maybe Tome Blast is what they have here. Yeah, they might have just grabbed a Tome Blast. Okay, all right, it's not Tome Blast. I will shoot you, please. Thank you. Go to my turn. Oh, okay, this deck is kind of sweet. This deck is kind of sweet. Can I get 2 4/4s, or did you get Dispelling whatever? All right. Feeling pretty good about this with it together as 1 as the kicker here. No, my deck's pretty awesome. I mean, if I draw all of my Converge stuff, which is the main thing about the Converge deck, right? If you don't draw the Converge stuff, it's kind of weak. They do now have some blockers for my Snarl Songs, though, for my Fractals. But hopefully Run Behind. So actually they can survive it together as 1 as well, which is kind of a shame. But this is just the absolute, like, the triple header. The list of all of the best Converge cards in the game. Okay. I'm a little worried about, like, Stadium Title Mage or something coming down here. I do not think I'm supposed to play around removal. I guess technically I could just go, like, Run Behind on a Tabulator. No, I don't really want them finding any instant or sorcery. So let's see if this resolves. I mean, they would have had to draw the counter. Oh, wow. No land for me, huh? That's a little painful. I assumed in the top 4 that there would be a land. It's definitely my bad on that assumption. But yeah, this would be kind of feels bad for the opponent, but obviously I'm not counting them out. I'm not counting them out for a second. They have a lot of sweet cards in their deck. I'm very wary of a Stadium Title Mage deck me out. That would be like one way for me to lose this for sure. Okay, let's see if we can't go... I don't have quite enough to go Matter Bending Mage plus Run Behind. Matter Bending Mage plus Goblin Glasswright works, or Landscape Painter. No, I don't want to go Landscape Painter because I want to hold up Essence Scatter. Oh, my opponent wants to hold up Essence Scatter as well. I see how it is. Could just Run Behind a Tabulator here. I kind of want to just go Goblin Glasswright, hold up Essence Scatter, in for 3. This is the thing about the Sky Coach, is like, you kind of are just chilling when you have a Sky Coach, especially if the opponent's main removal is Run Behind. I mean, it is Tome Blast, rather. Run Behind also is not great against Sky Coach, is it? I would happily put a Sky Coach on top in this situation if they ran behind it. All right, Goblin Glasswright. Yeah, that's value, but again, it's not killing the thing that matters right now. Because this only has 2 toughness during my turn. This is something that someone got me with at the Limited Championship Qualifier that I played in paper in Washington, D.C. By the way, I actually should have been pinging them this whole time. I just realized, so my bad on that. Should not turn my brain off to that extent. So I could seize the spoils, pitching something. I think I'm just chilling, right? Maybe I play the Landscape Painter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't activate it yet. Something like that. Honestly, I kind of just want to hold up a Run Behind, and at the end of their turn, I'm just going to bounce both of their textbook tabulators and go for the kill. I think that's the line here. I think that's the line. By the way, I'm trying... oh, you have your very own Snarl Song. That's kind of annoying. Well, I have 2 Run Behinds to say about that. Actually, those are only 3 3s. So do I just Run Behind both textbook tabulators here? And then I'm basically just going to be attacking with 2 4/4s and a 3/2. They're going to double block a 4/4 and we're getting some trades. I think I like that move. So end of your turn, I'm assuming you're not attacking. I'm going to bounce a textbook tabulator. It's not quite lethal, but it's really close. It's really forcing. Yeah, see, it's just a blue destroy target creature. It's so sweet. I don't have anything that like gets things out of my graveyard, so I'm always paranoid that there's something in the set where the opponent can get something out of my graveyard. But I don't think that exists. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I would really want to know if that exists. Okay. But yeah, probably play a tackle artist in with these two, in with this. Yeah, I think they're correct to concede. I mean, my deck just had like each haymaker one after another after another. That was some improvement in hand situation probably. Oh yeah, and I was about to say, by the way, I'm pretty much, at least during gameplay, I'm not pausing this at all. I really want to like be super transparent about all of my reasoning the whole way through. So I'm trying to talk through every decision and not pause in kind of any decision points. So the video will run a little bit long, but it'll give you like more of a window than usual into how I think through things. So, and usually I pause like very minimally to be clear, but this is like, I'm going to be extra, because it's a high stakes draft, I'm going to be extra disciplined about just talking through every single thing. So here I'm thinking about Seize the Spoils seemed a little bit weak. Maybe there's a world where I want to cut Seize the Spoils for Homesickness is probably the card I'm most interested in running. Also, that was a slow hand. If I had been playing against aggro, it would have been a problem. So maybe instead of Seize the Spoils, I'd rather have like Procrastinate or something like that. I am missing anything that costs less than 4 mana in terms of a creature here. Other than like somehow running Environmental Scientist or Wild Hypothesis, which does not seem like a good plan. I mean, I think my game plan is just find Snarl Song or Together as One. Against aggro, it's like find Snarl Song and or Together as One and just catch up. Now, it'll just have to be good enough, right? But I think I need to be mulliganing slow hands in the future. Yo, it's Cordo Calls. Hey, I'm playing against Alex from Limited Level Ups. This is super cool. I've never played against him before, I don't think. All right, this is gonna be good magic. I mean, I want to keep this, right? I have Together as One. I have Arcane Omens with like all the different pips. I have Matter Bending Mage. Could get Stadium Title Mage. Let's see if he says hello. Hi, Alex. Hello, Cordo Calls. He's probably still looking at his hand. I'll say hello afterwards. I mean, I auto mute everyone, so I would not notice if someone said hello to me. All right, it's him or me. Let's go. Let us go. Okay. I'll open with the island. I don't necessarily want to give away this whole Great Hall idea until I have to. Oh yeah, now I'll say hello. Hello. Okay. Swamp. I kind of hope he does play a creature for me to Matter Bending Mage. Oh, Terramorphic. Interesting. Do I play Matter Bending Mage with nothing? Do you play Matter Bending Mage bouncing nothing? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that's not a thing that you do. So I can Great Hall for 3 at the moment. I would love to find a mountain and be able to Great Hall for 4. I hope he doesn't play like Environmental Scientist. Ward 1. Okay, hey, you know what? I'm still right on time with this. So now I do want to play Great Hall so that next turn, if I draw a mountain, I can Matter Bending for 4. So bounce that guy and pay the ward. All right, we're doing some crowd control. My mana are so awkward though. So awkward. Vast Land, Scavenger, and then a tap land. Yeah, I called it. Okay. Oh man, I can Archaic's Agony for 3 or Arcane Omens for 3. Yeah, my deck is not looking so great right now, is it? 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Dang. So I can attack. Making him discard 3 is so weak. So I can attack, and if he blocks, I get to Archaic's Agony. I'm not blocking with Matter Bending Mage, so I might as well do it. I might as well just go in. There's no way in the world that he's going to block this, though. It's just no reason for him to. I mean, is there an argument for Arcane Omens for 3 into Together as One for 3 next turn? Next turn, I'm going to Together as One. I'm just really hoping to draw another color. X damage to target creature. This is so awkward. I don't even know if I make my Great Hall a creature at the end of his turn, because it does cut me off of a color. Should I just Arcane Omens here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of feel like I actually just should. Feels kind of bad to just not do it. No, because Together as One next turn is going to draw me into better stuff, right? Basically, the idea is that Together as One should draw me into an extra color. Yeah, I do take 4, which is more than 2, so I can confirm that he is winning this race. Oh, what has he got? Oh, he's going to do his instant. Got it. I was temporarily confused. All right, let's Together as One. I'll draw the cards. I'll deal 3 damage to you and pay 6 mana. I think this is worth it, even though I take a pain. Gain 3, draw 3, deal 3 to him. I really just want extra colors of pips and stuff. Bind to life. Oh, you know what? Oh, the attack was so stupid. Because he can just bring back a 3/3 and block. No, you know what? I actually didn't even think about that. Good job. Good job, Cordo calls. Because he was going to do that anyway, so there was actually just no reason in the world to attack. Oh, my bad. That was dumb. So I can Goblin Glassrite and then activate the Great Hall here. Like, activate the treasure token with the Great Hall, I mean. Strixhaven Sky Coach finding his land, and then he can play the Thornfist Striker. Yeah, throwing away my 2/2 was, like, not the best thing I could have done, right? That feels bad. Should not have done that. I should have thought about the fact that it comes in. I just didn't really consider that line. I will say, though, if he hadn't hit literally that 3/3, he was not going to hit anything. So I can go Archaic's Agony, allowing me to play something. I can make him discard 4 cards. That sounds like a next turn thing. I feel like a Rubble Rouser is a good one here, but also maybe Stadium Title Mage is kind of good. The only thing is I can't double spell. That's so bad. I cannot double spell with red. So I can go, maybe this is a line. Goblin Glassrite, make a treasure just to get a blocker on the field, and then spend that on a stadium, spend the treasure on Stadium Title Mage, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then if I draw land, I cannot like play another Glassrite. So awkward. Yeah, my deck is pretty awkward. I could also just kill the Vastlane Scavenger, but then I'm taking 9 next turn and I'm just dead. No, I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead. Pretty hard to see what out I could have. Maybe I was supposed to save the Together as One. Okay. Do I open with this and just hope to draw a red source? Kind of like the idea of play a chump blocker. Make the treasure, although this puts me down to 10. I'm pretty much just dead to Strixhaven Sky Coach. I guess I should have mulliganed my hand, right? But I had Matter Bending Mage. It felt not super slow. Wish I hadn't thrown away my 2/2. Because then I could double block like Thornfist Striker here or something. Actually, he probably just has lethal, because if he has any way of gaining a life. If he has any way of gaining a life, then he can buff his whole team. All right, I would love to draw a mountain. You are not a mountain. I guess I'll discard... Probably not enough time for flow state. I mean, I don't have any idea of how I win this. Maybe I pitch the Rubble Rouser, because double spelling on red seems so hard. Yeah, so if he has a way of gaining life, then I think I might literally be dead. Like a removal spell and any way of gaining life. So Grapple with Death would literally kill me, right? I think Grapple with Death, and I'm actually just dead. Elite Interceptor, that's probably going to do it, right? We'll see if he has a way of life gain as well. And throwing away the 2/2 didn't really matter. No, his deck is awesome. Green-white, that's cool. I want a box with a green-white deck. I mean, really, it's Abzin, but basically every card that we've seen is green and white. So I know that in sealed it like could be good enough. Stone docent. Crew that thing up. Okay, no, it's literally lethal. Okay, good game. Well, played against a great drafter. My deck was just too slow. His deck's super assertive. I like threw away a 2/2, which is not the best thing ever. Felt really bad that I didn't have access to red. If I had had access to red one turn earlier, then I probably would have gone for the Arcane Omens into the together as one, made him discard 4, and then I think the game would have looked pretty different. So my sketchy mana base punished me, I would say. Too bad. I mean, maybe homesickness actually would have been helpful there. Maybe let's put the homesickness in. I feel like homesickness maybe could have gotten me something. Oh, too bad. This seems like an awesome hand, right? So I have both of my main colors in the Spectacle Summit. I don't have them both at once, but I can flow state to make sure that I hit my next land drop. Saner, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Also not finding any lands, which is very frustrating to me. I really want an untapped land. Goblin Glass, right? Okay. So I'll be bouncing Saner because I don't want you to make 1,000 treasures. I can play this, and then whenever you recast it, I can Archaic's Agony on you. So Matter Bending Mage, bounce the Saner. I would love to get to Tome Blast that Goblin Glass, right? But it's probably more important to just lane the Stadium Title Mage and try to find a land. Craft with Pride, sure. Then, well, you don't get to do the double treasure thing where you play your Saner and make a treasure off of the Craft with Pride. Yeah, let's just block. It's not like this is important to my game plan, right? Okay, Rubble Rouser, you say. I think I'll play a Great Hall. Now, I could bounce Saner in the interest of them not getting to just Wild Idea next turn. And then the idea would be, if I bounce Saner, the idea would be hope to find a land next turn, and then I can Archaic's Agony Saner. So if I draw a land, that line is good, because it kind of asks them to waste their time recasting their Saner. Then I get to Archaic's Agony. I get to use my Archaic's Agony. If I don't find a land, that line kind of totally sucks, because then I've just bounced it. They just replay it. I have to spend my turn, I guess, playing Stadium Title Mage. Then they get to Wild Idea anyways. I don't really want to gamble on the top card in my deck being a land. I think that's just not a good idea. So let's Stadium Title Mage and just try to accelerate into Together as one. And my bet is that my best spell is better than their best spell. Here, I suppose I probably do just toss the Tome Blast. And look, the top card was not a land. I'm so bad at drawing lands in my life. And now this actually gives them something where they might not even want to Wild Idea, because they might really want to just kill my Stadium Title Mage here if they possibly can. Now, if I get any land, I can go like white, blue, green, red, and I can Archaic's Agony that Saner for 4. Would love to get some lands. Also, I want to play like a lot of counterable stuff before I ever attempt a Together as one. Okay, so maybe we do have a window for killing the Saner, because they go up to 3 treasures here. The number of treasures is unreal. I wish I'd seen a Saner in this draft. The number of treasures is like very scary to me. They can do some totally terrifying stuff. Like maybe they have the 7 mana. Oh my goodness. Well, can I get a land now, please? It's 3 non-lands in a row. Can I get a land? Come on. Thank you. Okay, very good. I think I probably pitch, let's say, Rubble Rouser. That seems not so important here. Next. Do you have a run behind or something? Oh, what? It's not an Impractical Joke. What? What is this? What do they have? I'm actually so curious. What do they have here? See if they have a counter. If they have a counter, again, I'm just trying to play as much counterable stuff as possible before I try to land Together as one specifically, but also Snarl Song. What was that block? Do we know? They have a board wipe? I don't think so. What could that block have been about? Now they're Snarl Songing me. I really wonder what that block was about. 2 5/5s? Sure. Well, I mean, now I just want, okay, a land so that I can play Snarl Song for 4, I guess, unfortunately. Not quite as good as theirs, but still pretty good. The battle of the snarls. I guess their idea is like that 2/2 is not really doing anything for them. So their deck is like the same as mine. They're just trying to do, oh, Zaphi and the Tempest. Okay. Kind of the opposite of Converge. Yeah, that's scary. Big score. Okay, that's fine. That's why Zaphi and the Tempest is not the greatest card I've ever seen. So I can run behind a token if I want to. I can Homesickness, locking down a few things. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely just double block there. So I get to trade a 4/4 for a 5/5. Don't mind if I do. So now I can Together as One for 4, hitting something. I mean, probably I just attack with both, right? I think that's probably just the line. Attack with both creatures. I don't expect them to block, but they've actually shown a lot of willingness to trade things off. I don't think Zaphi and the Tempest is actually that good, so... If they don't block with either one, I'm feeling really good, because then I can just Homesickness them, right? So I think either way, I'm feeling good. Oh, Arcane Omens could be kind of good as well. Do I actually just pitch the land here? Lands seem really good for me. But at the same time, each of these cards is so important. I think the other thing to pitch would be Run Behind, but the fact that it can just kill a token straight up sounds rather good. Yeah, I didn't think that they would block. So I could just let them deal 10 to me and put them on 0 cards left in hand. Am I okay taking 10? Yeah, probably. I'll actually take 11. I'll actually take 12, going down to 5. Maybe that's a bit much. Let's put a stop on their upkeep. See if this resolves. I do hope that this resolves. So I want to draw 2. I want to tap these 2 creatures. I really hope that this resolves. Okay, it does. Phew. Phew. That's good. All right, now you may draw. You do get to play an instant or sorcery. Zealous Lorecaster bringing back Snarl Song. Wait, hold on, but that doesn't work. You don't get to cast that from your hand to Zaphi. All right, so this is what Arcane Omens was made for. So Omens you. Actually, let's not give them that information just yet. I'm going to attack. I can play the land first because I have another land to discard if I want to Tuttle Mage. So I will take that action. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can Arcane Omens and Glassrite. I don't really think I need another Glassrite after that. Probably the land is better at this point. The one Glassrite is kind of nice. Bonk, bonk. And then I will Omens you, because it does give me an extra counter for Together as One. I would love to... Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, no. It had to. It dealt damage to me, but it actually had to. Because I don't have black pips available. So, yeah, I mean, Run Behind is really, really useful. I would love to get them to a point where I can Together as One them for lethal. But probably what's going to happen here is I'm just going to Together as One their 5/5 for 5 damage. Oh, you make it 3/3? That's okay. I accept. Oh, you can make 1 3/3, huh? That's adorable. Okay, I'm going to Craft with Pride, and then I'm going to shoot the 5/5. Basically, I'm allowing this Zaphi to sit here and be fine. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to Together as One for all 5 pips, and I'm just going to make sure. So, white. Black. I'm just not going to trust the auto tapper here. Red. Blue. Green. 1. And I will Together as One. This is for 5, so I'm at 17 cards left, so no risk of decking here, hopefully. Draw 5, deal 5, gain 5. Sounds like a pretty good card. All right, we got that correct. Next, in with this guy. Keep a chump blocker back. So Zaphi does get to attack me. I'm not like totally in the clear here. Like, suppose they got some amazing spell. They didn't. But suppose that they had. It could have been tough for me. Okay, now the double run behind should start doing some work, right? That was a pretty aggressive block, but I'm not sure what I would do if I were the opponent. It's a bit of a difficult situation. So let's do this. You can put it on top or on the bottom. Putting it on top sounds pretty risky. Yeah, I agree that that's probably game. Yeah, my deck feels pretty fragile. Like, we keep ending up at a reasonably low life total, but it is a very controlling deck. But okay, I mean, our only loss so far is to limited level ups, so I guess I can take some consolation in that. I almost feel like I can keep. I have 7 blue sources. I have a 2-drop, a counter, a way of getting more lands. I have a 2-drop. Am I supposed to keep any hand that has a 2-drop? Visionary's Dance helps find me a land, but if I spend a turn Visionary's Dancing, I'm probably cooked, right? I think this has got to be a mulligan. I think I'm more comfortable with this hand. Let's put Visionary's Dance back. Flow State should find me some nice stuff. I guess technically Visionary's Dance is a way of getting a sorcery in the bin for Flow State, which is kind of cool. But okay, we have our colors under us. We have some creatures to play. We have a Matter Bending Mage. Actually, we have a lot of colors now. Last Gasp, maybe? I think if they had a creature, they would have played it in these colors. Okay, Sultai, interesting. All right. I am going to... so that's a 1-2 right now. Actually, kind of just want to Tome Blast to make a treasure. I actually kind of just want to kill that thing. That sounds pretty good. Just kill it, get a sorcery in the graveyard, attack, make a treasure. That sounds kind of good. I think that's better than bouncing it. Old Growth Educator. I don't really want to bounce that card. It's a good example of a card that I don't really want to bounce. So maybe first I go Stadium Tidal Mage. It would be nice to find a land. I already have a sorcery. If I discard the instant, I can Flow State, but I'd much rather cast it. Yeah, Rubble Rouser can go away, I think. See what they got. I wouldn't be surprised if now they spend a removal spell on the Stadium Tidal Mage. Crack in for 4 with the Old Growth, which also has Vigilance, so that's annoying. Yeah, I think I would way rather be in this kind of a play to the board deck, but green and white were both totally cut in my seat. And then you're gonna Barrage. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely losing now. I'm not saying I'm lost, but I'm definitely losing. Like way behind. Yeah, this is really annoying. It's really, really annoying to not get a land here. I would really like to Homesickness, then set up a good Flow State. So that's really bad for me. I'll bounce the Educator. At least I have that tempo play. I'm not going to Flow State. I really want to get card advantage out of Flow State against this deck, not just card selection. Fractal Tender, and then do you have a way of putting a counter on it? Snarl Song. Like, what can I even say? I mean, at this point, I have to Flow State and get my lands under me. There's really no other option. I could attack. I could attack and Tome Blast a Fractal Tender, but it has Ward 2, so I actually cannot do that. Oh, should have, oh my goodness. What do I even do? I mean, I think I take Together as one. But I'm holding up Mana Sculpt. Is it greedy to take the Together as one? I'm holding up Mana Sculpt here. So I might go down to 4 lands. I might have to go down to 4 lands. Oh, but this is a wizard. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the crazy line that I was talking about. So I can Mana Sculpt, bootstrap my way into Together as one for 4 next turn. That is totally awesome. Okay. All right. We're back. We're cooking. I can throw away my Together on my treasure on a Together as one. And because I have a wizard... So I definitely am supposed to counter the Old Growth Educator here. Now, they could kill Matter Bending Mage with this on the stack, but they have no way of knowing what I'm cooking up here. This is too awesome. Let's go. All right, so now I'm going to, together as one, 4 damage to the Fractal Tender, pay the ward. I'm going to draw 4. I'm going to hit the Fractal Tender. Right? So let's be super clear about how all this is going to work, because this could get countered if I screw this up. So I'm going to pay 1 life, make a black, red, blue, make a white. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. So this should work, right? No one sees a reason why this wouldn't work. Auto pay. It costs 4 and 2. Auto pay the ward with my 2 remaining colorless. Away it goes. Shoot your guy. Draw 4 cards, gain 4 life. Hit my 5th land drop. Okay, that was magic cards, my friends. That was magic cards. Mana Sculpt into Together as one. You know what? Even if I go down in flames in this game and in this draft, this was worth 5,000 gem entry. What do? Ward, discard a card, and you have to keep sacrificing permanents. Okay. You know what? I would rather have a Snarl Song than that, which is kind of the story of this format. So green, white. I'm just gonna, I know the auto tapper is good at this, but it sometimes just does things that I would never expect it to do. So I'm just gonna trust myself a little bit more than I trust the auto tapper. They could have a dispelling equation or whatever, dispelling something, but or disdainful stroke, but they don't. I mean, I have not seen evidence of that yet. Ward, discard a card, you say. So I could homesickness that. Root manipulation, going for the KO on me. You gain a life. Your guys gain menace, but not trample. All right, so I'm going to double block that one. So they could have Masterful Stroke here. They could have Masterful Stroke. How much do I care about a Masterful Stroke? That's the question, is how much do I care about Masterful Stroke? I don't think that they have it. They would have had to top deck it, I believe. I think this is I'm getting Hail Mary vibes from this. If they have a Masterful Stroke, I'm playing a bunch of blockers next turn anyways, I think. 2 blockers. Well, I also have Homesickness, so actually I don't care. You can Masterful Stroke me. I'm about to have 2 blockers. I'm about to have Homesickness, rather, which taps down 2 attackers. Yeah, I think I just go in with my team, and then I'm going to Homesickness next turn. There's no, like, instant speed ward. Oh, there is Royal Treatment, actually. There is Royal Treatment, so maybe I keep back a creature. Hold on. What if they do have... What if they top deck Royal Treatment? I know that they don't have it right now. I'm just trying to... I really don't want to lose this game. So if they top deck Royal Treatment, they could put it on the Pest Mascot. They don't seem to have anything else that's combat relevant, and they can't top deck 2 things that matter for combat. So then that would be 6 damage to my face. Worst case scenario. So I think it's just playing chicken to hold back a creature. Worst case scenario, they find a Royal Treatment, put it on the Pest Mascot. I don't know. Something in the back of my brain is telling me just don't tap down here. Kind of feels like it could be an unforced error. So on your draw, I want to put a stop on your upkeep before you draw. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to tap your stuff. Oh, they can't even top deck it. Hold on. I really was playing chicken. They couldn't even top deck it because I put the stop on their upkeep before their draw. Yeah, so it was playing chicken to hold back the glass right. They had no opportunity to top deck anything. Okay. Oh, lesson learned. Gain a life, draw a card, put a counter. It's kind of cool. Another Old Growth Educator, which comes in very chunky, actually. Okay, so I have a face-up Tome Blast at the moment. I'm sure that I just attack with, let's say, 2 creatures. This guy doesn't have trample. I have them on a 2-turn clock if they take that damage. I also can always flip my Great Hall into a creature and start attacking with it. So if I attack with everything, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can kill the Old Growth Educator if they block it with anything. I think I just attack with everything. I'm not going to be chicken like I was last turn. So I have a face-up Tome Blast, so they probably will just block a 2/2, because I doubt they really want to get Tome Blasted. Exile cards on the top of your library, and you can play those cards. So I will get 3 cards back, 4 cards back. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be 1 extra damage. I'll get 1 card back. Okay. All right. That's what I expected to happen. And yeah, let's take the pain to get a card. Arcane Omens. Okay, well, sure. I guess I'm happy I didn't spend a draw step on that, perhaps. I think I don't even play anything here. I think I just want to Essence Scatter any blocker that they play. And now I have a lethal looking attack. So I can flip my Great Hall, attack with both. The other option that I had was attack with both and just Tome Blast face. Oh, I like my deck. I think it's fun. Just need to dodge the limited content creators. Okay, I like this hand. I like this hand a lot, right? I can go turn 3 Matter Bending, turn 2 pitch the Visionary Stance to try to find a green source. Turn 3 Matter Bending Mage, catching up with whatever they've been doing while I was discarding cards, cycling cards from my hand. Super cycling. Oh, or I get to hold up Essence Scatter as well. Then turn 4 Tackle Artist, and hopefully we can find a way of Snarl Songing after all that is said and done. All right, end of turn, I will definitely pitch this. Just trying to find, I mean, like, Strixhaven Sky Coach would be ideal. Actually, charging Strife Knight is pretty sweet, isn't it? I think it's better than, I mean, the Glassrite's kind of cool as well, because it would unlock the Snarl Song, but the thing is, I don't have double red to play it, so I think I take the Strife Knight. I also have a lot more Glassrites in my deck. There we go. Never punish. Just find a forest magically. It's pretty sweet. All right, in with the horsey. In with the horsey. I'm so sad that I didn't capture my 6-win draft. It was such a sweet run. Unsubtle Mockery is fine. That is fine. Okay, I would like to start drawing some cards, please. I would like to start drawing some lands specifically. And this deck is so mana hungry. That's why I always feel like I don't have enough lands, right? The mana hungriness of my deck is the actual culprit here, not just bad luck. Mind Roots. Youch. I guess I'll pitch Matter Bending Mage. Doesn't seem so good. Maybe I pitch Essence Scatter. Basically, I just really want to draw lands, right? Oh my goodness. Can I ever draw lands, please? Please, 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 please. I mean, I just took a bet on getting a land. If they play an amazing creature here, I'm so punished. I just took a bet on getting a land or anything that I could cast. I guess I should have pitched Archaic's Agony, looking back on that. But, I mean, hindsight is 20/20. If I'd drawn a Goblin Glassrite, then I would be happy to have the Archaic's Agony. You're not Snarl Songing me, are you? Oh, you're gonna Arcane Omens all these amazing cards out of my hand. Oh no, you have your own Archaic's Agony? Phew. It's not Arcane Omens. That's all I care about. The only thing is now my Arcane Omens is so bad. I mean, it's not so bad, but they get to like recoup all of the cards. Or they still get to cast cards, right? I guess they just get a Micah. That's not so bad for me. All right, ask you to discard 4, please. Okay, they lost Splatter Technique, Vassland Scavenger, a land, and a Glassrite. So they get to play Canvas Composer, and then the other guy goes away. I cannot Archaic's Agony that card. I can bounce the 3/3. Oh, my life sucks. I just never get lands. If this is how I lose, I'm going to be so upset. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3. End of turn, I will bounce your, oh, you have another, yeah, maybe they, what? Didn't they play land this turn, or did they? I actually don't know. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. Okay. Stadium Title Mage. Land, please. Land, please. Okay, that's a land. Yeah, I'll pitch the Archaic's Agony at this point. Hopefully they don't Mind Roots me again. Are they playing Send in the Pests? I'm gonna play it safe. Play around Send in the Pests. Not that I think that's what's about to happen. Please not another Mind Roots. That would be so bad. Goblin Glassrite, that's fine. You may do that. Make a treasure. Prepping a Snarl Song of your own, perhaps. Now, please don't Disdainful Stroke this. That would make me so sad. Yeah, it resolves. Now, do I trade my Title Mage for Canvas Composer? I don't really wanna. It does technically get me value off of the Tome Blast, but I don't think that's really worth it. Run behind on this. Oh, Mind Roots. Okay, sure. All right. Value was achieved regardless. All right, we got some gems back. Let's go. Let's go. Darn you, Cordo calls, making me lose a game so early in this event. But hey, you know what? I got 1,000 gems back. I've had way more than 4,000 gems of fun here. So I always say about events like this, oh, this is a sweet hand. They're like buying a movie ticket where there's a chance of winning a lottery. That's how I think about it. And right now I have, and that's true whether you are playing for, like, whether you pay for your gems or whether you're just paying in your time. Either way, it's very valuable, right? Either way is very valuable currency. Whether I'm paying in my time or paying in my gems or paying with actual money. So I'm going to probably play Island, Landscape Painter, Craft with Pride. Sounds right. So I want to Craft with Pride before combat in case something wacky. I just in general always want to use my creature's abilities before combat. I should have attacked first, just in case something happens in combat. But there isn't like a flash creature here in this set to worry about, but just on general principles. Anyways, this has been like 4,000 gems is like a draft and is like a draft and a half ish if you don't get prizing. This has been way more fun than a draft and a half, right? So do I go? I don't have any way of getting instants in my bin. I could crack the Landscape Painter, but I kind of want to like Snarl Song next turn. So maybe I just try to find another land. I kind of like this idea. Like, let's not be precious with resources here. Oh, Arcane Omens is too sweet. That is too sweet. Yeah, I'll take Arcane. I'll take Arcane. That is just too sweet, isn't it? In with both. Kind of hoping that they tap out next turn. So maybe I actually just Arcane Omens next turn rather than Snarl Songing. Environmental Scientist, fetch a land. I don't know. Arcane Omens is way better when you can just make them discard their whole hand. If they get to keep like their 3 best things, it's not so good. Hydro Channeler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably better to go like Snarl Song here. So I can go Snarl Song for 5. Red, blue, black, white, green. Yeah, I can Snarl Song for 2 5/5s. That feels pretty strong. Gives them something to answer. And the next turn I can Arcane Omens for black, red, blue, white. So I need to find another source to Arcane Omens for 5. Is it important to Arcane Omens for 5? Is it worth Arcane Omensing for 5 right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To prep a better Snarl Song. Making them discard all but 1 card is pretty commanding, isn't it? The only issue is, am I going to get something back from Together as One? The chances are, after I Snarl Song, here's why I'm doing it this way. After I Snarl Song, there's a good chance that they're going to double spell. So they draw, go to 7 cards, play down 2 cards. Then I can make them discard 4, and it's the same as if I Arcane Omens here, except this just gives them something that they like have to answer. There is an argument for doing it the other way, deprive them of resources, then play something that it takes a lot of resources to deal with. But another thing is they're tapped down right now. Proctor's Gaze, that's okay. So now I can make them pitch 4 cards, and I have board presence, right? I think that's a little bit more commanding. Oh, no, that doesn't add a color because I was still gonna get blue or red. Okay, that's fine. Still, I think this is worth doing for 4. Tap this for white. Arcane Omens. So they do get to keep a card, but now it's like maybe that card is just whatever would deal with 1 5/5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they got to keep it Pursue the Past. Oh, Johnny's Response. That's not necessarily what I was expecting. Probably also attack with the Glassrite. I'm not really motivated to. I don't think they're going to block the 5/5, so that doesn't really add anything. Yeah, if they spend their turn pursuing the past, I don't think I'm grumpy about that. Digging. If they found a Snarl Song of their own, that would be like maybe the worst case scenario for me, realistically. Because I can only Together as One for 4, and they can definitely converge for 5 if they want to. Proctor's Gaze, yeah, okay. Well, they've successfully answered my threat on the board. So good for them, good for them. pitching their last card. I almost want to activate my landscape painter so that I don't feel bad about just attacking with everything. What if I go like Strife Knight? No. I mean, I could just together as one shooting them. I think, I wish I could double spell Tackle Artist into Strife Knight. I kind of want to do this just to like get some pressure. It's really greedy. This is the greediest thing that I could possibly do. But I just want to get some pressure and not feel bad about it. If they Snarl Song here, I guess I'm definitely punished for going a little bit slow and giving them extra time. Potioner's Trove, it's a good way to like answer my... That's a good way to answer my lack of pressure, right? So I think let's play Charging Strife Knight. I really like the Rubble Rouser here, by the way, because that does damage without needing to attack. Oh, is it going to get countered? Brush Off. Honestly, that's a Brush Off that is not hitting my Together as One. So now I'll just play the biggest damage dealer that I have. They're going to gain 2, go to 11. They're getting lots of time. I mean, good for them. They're getting a lot of time. I don't see tons of card advantage here. I mean, I guess they were running Embrace the Paradox and double Seize the Spoils and Pursue the Past. That's all card advantage. Okay, so maybe I should expect a lot of card advantage from their deck. Okay, they're surveilling main phase or before their draw. I think after their draw. That's definitely good news for me, right? I kind of just want to go like Great Hall, attack with everything, or attack with the Great Hall plus Tackle Artist. No, Great Hall is like not so good, right? I would love for Together as One to be lethal. So I'll go to attackers. Great Hall is not so good because they can just block it. It's the thing. I can't activate Great Hall, play my Goblin Glassrite, make a treasure, and then also attack with the Great Hall. I don't have anywhere near enough mana. I'm just going to play everything out because I have it Together as One. Like, what am I afraid of? There is a question about... I guess I did this in the wrong order. There is a question about whether I even make a treasure here, because it could be worth a Great Hall activation. I think the answer is yes. Technically, I guess I did this all in the wrong order because I should have made the Tackle Artist deal an extra damage. So that was a little loose, but not nearly as loose as sacrificing a 2/2 for no value against a famous limited content creator. That was probably biggest blunder of the day. Probably. There's still time for me to make more blunders. Can always make more blunders. They're digging for something specific to go into their graveyard because they're tapping so precisely in their main phase with the surveilling. What could that have been on flashback? Just a Tome Blast or something? Nah, I don't know. Hey, we got half our gems back. Yeah, the deck is good when I draw like all my bombs. Kind of wondering if I want to procrastinate here. Keep the Tome Blast. Kind of wondering if I want to play Procrastinate over something really slow. Visionary's Dance or something. I think that's been a good card, though. I mean, do I want Seize the Spoils actually back? Archaic's Agony has been just as bad as I expected. It's been just as bad as I expected. Maybe Procrastinate is better than Archaic's Agony, because you can use it early or you can use it late. Just to buy yourself time until you hit like Together as One. I think maybe that's a good switch. Procrastinate over Archaic's Agony. No, you know what? I don't wanna. I don't want to play Archaic's Agony. Maybe Tackle Artist would be better than Archaic's Agony. Nah, I don't know. All right, we just need to get lucky 2 more times and we'll make draft 2. We just need to get lucky 2 more times to make draft 2. Oh, this hand looks like weirdly functional for my deck. It doesn't have 75 6 drops, all of which cost 12 different mana types. Yeah, I mean, Essence Scatter into Charging Strife Knight with the insurance of a run behind and a homesickness. Seems kind of sweet. It seems kind of sweet. The opponent is pondering their mulligan choices. All right, they kept. Hello, Together as One. Happy to see you here. Would like to draw some different types of mana, but Together as One for 3 is so sweet. That can get run behind. I'll play the Swamp. It does give them a little bit more information about what I'm up to, but I think that's okay. All right, I'll take that. Essence Scatter, Essence Scatter, Essence Scatter, Essence Scatter. Probably it's better for me to play a Strife Knight rather than just like immediately trying to remove their random 2/2. I'm guessing. Bonk. I mean, you know, if I can get a little bit assertive, I'm not going to say no to that. Eager Glyph Mage. That's an awkward one for when I'm looking at a run behind. And then you can flash it back and get a token. I was a little worried about that when I decided not to run behind the token. But okay, at least I'm like being quite speedy here. I'll draw, hoping to draw a land, and then I'll pitch a run behind. I really want to hit Homesickness and Together as One, right? No attacks, and... So now if they have like a removal spell, things are starting to look ugly for us. This is kind of how we get into trouble. Someone who just puts like creature into creature into creature on the board. This is exactly what I wanted to be doing, by the way, in this event. I really wanted to be drafting this kind of a deck. I think I just take it. I'm strongly tempted to trade with the Glyph Mage, but I know I'm not supposed to. I really wanted to be drafting the White Assertive deck. I think it's the place to be. Okay, so now we have our lands for Together as One and everything else. But unfortunately, we cannot do anything this turn. Too many 6-drops in my deck. I think it's the place to be, but white was not open at our table at all. Hopefully they don't have another Wander Off. Looks like another Wander Off. Rapier Wit, you say? Okay. Tap it, stun it, draw, pass. All right, I'll bounce a 2/2 for value. Why would you not attack with both? I'm sorry, what? What are they worried about here? Run behind? Are they thinking about run behind? Why would you not just attack with everything? I don't understand. I don't get this at all. Well, I'm going to kill that, take 6, go to 8. I don't really get it. What are they what do they have that could make sense as a thing to think about? I don't really get it. Okay, play this. Nice. Together as One for 4 is pretty awesome. So I'll draw X. I'll deal X to that. I'll gain the 4, please. Together as One. Thank you for saving me HP in this situation. I like that they didn't spend all of their mana and continue to develop their board, by the way. That helps me. Adventurous Eater, put a counter on something, I take 4. Okay. I hear you. I don't like it, but I hear you. Okay. So now can I go Glass Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Darn it. Okay, so technically I could go Glass Right into Archaic's Agony. Could that be something? That sounds kind of good, right? And it saves me from having to like spend my homesickness right now. Oh, so I should not have played my land yet in case I flip 2 lands off of Archaic's Agony. But okay, I feel like tapping down here is all right. Keeping the homesickness up. No, sorry, I want to Archaic's Agony the flyer. I feel like just getting rid of their flyer is a nice move. I think mana efficiency is really important right now also. So yeah, let's shoot that guy. Watch me flip like every card at once that I want to play. Oh, that's kind of nice. All right, I'll just shoot Adventurous Eater. Get Tome Blast in my graveyard. All right, so that's good. Hey, Archaic's Agony was pretty good there, right? I think I will not attack. I don't know if it's... Maybe I should be attacking, actually, to be quite honest. But I feel like maintaining my life total is pretty important. All right, I will pitch my Mountain, I guess. Stadium Petal Mage is actually pretty good. What am I worried about? I need to remember that they have access to Moment of Reckoning in these colors. Okay, so I'll play the land. I think Tome Blasting is good, and then play a Rubble Rouser. So in that case, I want a Rubble Rouser first. Pitch the Mountain. I'm digging for probably like Snarl Song. I have my green sources. All right, shoot that guy. I don't think there's a way for them to deal a bunch of damage to my face. But yeah, digging for Snarl Song is definitely the goal here. Emeritus of Woe. That's pretty ugly. Oh, I can counter their Demonic Tutor. Okay. That feels like a good thing to do. countering their demonic tutor. So I need to make sure that I'm leaving 2 blue up. Can I get a wizard? Any way to get a wizard here? No. All right, I'll play this guy. I would like to start putting some pressure on the board, please. Technically, maybe the like actual serious gamer move would be I let them resolve the demonic tutor. I think I can craft with pride and it's okay because then I can counter with the rebel rouser. That feels a little greedy. I know that this shows that I have a counter if I don't craft with pride here, but that feels greedy. So hold on, at the beginning of your end step, this is going to start getting prepared and stuff. Yeah, maybe the real gamer move is let them demonic tutor, sniff out what they probably tutored for, and then counter that instead to soak up some of their time. But I think I don't have the guts. And here, I think I am going to not craft with pride, even though it reveals that I have something, because the thing that I'm worried about is, suppose that I craft with pride, and then they kill my rebel rouser. I don't know what they would kill it with, though. A Johnny's response wouldn't work. Last gas wouldn't work. I'm worried that they find a way to kill it. Oh, you know, they could, there's like power toughness 2 or greater, not repel calamity. Repel calamity, actually, right? Something like that, yeah. So that they like kill the rebel rouser. I have to either counter the removal and let them resolve the demonic tutor, or they resolve the removal and then I don't have the mana left for demonic tutor. No, it's not true, because then I would have a treasure token. Then I would have a treasure token. Okay, this is why we talk things through, right, folks? So I'll make the treasure. And this should make them a little less suspicious as well. So I think this is good. Good move. So 2 or more creatures died this turn, period. Period. Could be any creatures. End of the hunt. Okay. So away goes Stadium Title Mage. That's a shame. Now they get to attack me. Oh, that's not good. That did not die, so it's not going to re-prepare their Emeritus, thankfully. All right, this I am going to Mana Sculpt. And I will tap Rebel Rouser for it. And I'm just going to end up chumping the Emeritus, unfortunately. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle, right? Now I'm in a bit of a pickle. I could go to 1 to set up a good Glassrite block, but having Homesickness should save me from that kind of a thing. Oh, Great Hall. That's like a creature at least, right? So I'll play this. No attacks. I will play my Glassrite and make a treasure. Make another treasure. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. I have a lot of mana. And beginning of your upkeep, I'll tap the Emeritus down. Do I even want to do that at their upkeep? Yeah, probably, because I could still draw like Essence Scatter, right? So it's good to... No, I can't draw Essence Scatter. I still think I want to draw sooner. Submit 1. Yeah, this looks right. Resolve. So they have some instant speed something. I do want to tap this before we go to combat or anything. They are kind of choked on lands, so they might be looking at a Moment of Reckoning. There we go. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted to see. Gain 5 seems pretty important here. Stirring Honormancer is a good one. That is a good card. All right. All right. Let's do attackers. End of turn. Exile something. Maybe Arcane Omens could be good. Go to my turn. Snarl Song it up. I could flip my Great Hall, but that doesn't feel very good. So I can naturally make all 5. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, I could flip my Great Hall and attack. But it would die to the Honormancer and not kill it, so let's not do that. Dang, this is such a close game, given that I managed to resolve, like, Together as 1, Archaic's Agony. What do I even have left? A Homesickness. Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. It's not looking too awesome for me. I guess I still have Visionary's Dance, as well as Archaic's, or Arcane Omens. If they can kill some stuff, they do get to re-prepare their Emeritus. Flyer is really, really bad for me. Really bad for me. I don't have that much stuff that I can do in combat. So Visionary's Dance is like my main hope now. If it's on the bottom, I'm actually out of the event. If it's on the bottom of my deck, I believe I'm straight up out of the event. Let me look at my event history and look at my deck. Just trying to figure out what I've got left. Arcane Omens, Tackle Artist, Strixhaven Sky Coach almost. Matter Bending Mage could bounce the Dust Speaker, which is not so good. It's really Visionary's Dance, and if they have a single removal for the Visionary's Dance, do I even have a run behind left? I spent both run behinds. No, I've actually lost. I actually don't think I can win this game. Maybe the thing to do is like I try to find Matter Bending Mage, bounce their Honormancer, and start pressuring them. I think that's like the main way for me to get out of this spot. Oh, really? Well, let's... I can almost block it with the Great Hall. Like, put up a triple block that doesn't involve losing any of my 5/5s. But not quite. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's surveil. Matter Bending Mage. Yeah, okay, that's good. So knowing that I have a Matter Bending Mage on top, I could chump it with the Glassrite, which is a pretty useless creature. Attack with both of these. Matter Bending Mage bouncing the Honormancer. Next turn, they get to attack with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Next turn, they get to attack for 8. But then I actually would just have them dead on the backswing. So I think I just chump here. I don't want them killing either of my 5/5s. Yeah, I think I just chump here. Oh, no. Not chump like that. Chump like that, please. Thank you. Pretty funny. Yeah. Doesn't have trample or anything. Okay. All right. Let's route some more rebels. Zap you for 1. Go to my turn. Draw a card. Now, do I flip the Great Hall here? Probably, right? Just get aggro with the Great Hall, I think. If they go to 5, it's pretty dangerous for them. So I'm going to attack. I expect them to take everything. Then I'm going to bounce their Honormancer. When they crack back, I'm just going to chump Emeritus with my Matter Bending Mage. Then I get to attack again. They have to chump with the Honormancer, and I think they're actually basically dead at that point. We'll see what they have. I mean, there are any number of things that they can have. But with what's face up right now, I think I'm pushing a good amount of damage. This is exactly what I expected. I could have snuck in another 3 damage by bouncing the Dusk Speaker with the Matter Bending Mage. I should have thought harder about that, but I don't really want to be bouncing the Dusk Speaker. The 2 damage would put them dead in 3 turns to Rebel Rouser, but I think I would much rather be dealing damage the old-fashioned way. Do I hold a card? Do I hold a land here? What can I draw? Arcane Omens, Tackle Artist, Visionary's Dance. That Visionary's Dance is my most wanted card to draw right now. Don't think that I play the land. Wow, tight games of Magic. I think I'm okay just popping my treasures here. Just don't think that the treasures matter. So if they just play Honormancer, I think I'm pretty happy. I guess maybe this was kind of wasteful. I should have saved 1 treasure. I kind of want to look like I have something. I want to make them have to play around counters. That's my dream. My dream is that they have to play around counter spells. So worst case scenario would be they have a kill spell for Matter Bending Mage. Like Last Gasp on the Mage. Play another Dust Speaker. Foolish Fate on a 5/5. Okay. And now another removal spell to activate your Emeritus, perhaps? Wow. I mean, that just sucks so bad for me. Now they prepare the Emeritus. That just sucks so bad for me. And they get to make like a very easy attack, I think. Possibly. Oh, well. Life is pain. Okay, they have no attack here. But now they get to like, man, 2 Foolish Fates, that's a lot. That's a lot. 2 Foolish Fates is a lot for them to have. And then I want to surveil. Arcane Omens is pretty good, I think, right? Arcane Omens them and deprive them of a game plan. Then they do get to Demonic Tutor next turn, though. Do I specifically just want to find Visionary Stance or Tackle Artist? I also have another Stadium Title Mage in here. I wish I'd had that Arcane Omens 1 turn earlier. No, I don't have another Stadium Title Mage, but I do have Tackle Artist. Tackle Artist, Visionary Stance, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lands, 12, 13, 14, 15. I only have 2 lands left in the deck. I don't know. I think... if I take the Arcane Omens, they don't get to play their Honormancer. Then they Demonic Tutor for something and play it. Probably a kill spell or something like that. I have them at 3. I'm getting to Surveil every turn. I actually think I do draw it. We'll see what they have here. Maybe I'm playing a little bit scared. Okay, yeah, Leech Collector, Stirring Honormancer. There was some good stuff that we just got. But now they get to Demonic Tutor, which is pretty bad for me, I think. I know. So for one thing, they could Demonic Tutor for something that kills a Rebel Rouser, and then I'm in pure top deck mode. That's a bit of an issue. If they can kill my Rebel Rouser, I'm not really sure how I get out of this situation. Pretty sure I do have to double block Emeritus of Woe. Actually, do I? If they just attack with both creatures, could I just call their bluff and suppose that 1 removal spell doesn't do it and 1 blocker doesn't do it, so I get to start attacking? I might just take it and go to 3. They could find Interjection here. I don't think there's something that does 3 damage to me out of nowhere. I mean, Foolish Fate actually would have, but they would need to somehow gain life to make that work. I'm anticipating a kill spell on the Rebel Rouser. That would be my guess about what's about to happen. Dang, I wish I still had Together as one. Or Snarl Song. Any of my good stuff. Oh, their deck is sweet. Yeah. Them landing this Emeritus of Woe has been very impactful. Alright, what did they find? A Plains into something. Well, one thing is it's not a Moment of Reckoning yet. It might be next turn, but it's not yet. I have 8 cards left, so they can almost shut down my Rebel Rouser strategy. So now here's the question. Here is the question. If I double block and they found a removal spell, then it's GG. If they found a blocker or life gain, did they find a way to deal 3 damage to me? Interjection. Is there any like combat trick that they could have here? If they found a single blocker, they're straight up dead to my counterattack. First, let me surveil. So that I can make a more informed decision. This lets them know that I don't have a counter, but I think they already know that. I think Tackle Artist is just good, right? I think I'll take it. Honestly, I think I straight up just take it. And we'll see what that last card is. A Johnny's Response. I'll take it. No blocks. No blocks. No blocks. Interjection. I can't think of what that last card would be to deal 3 damage here. I don't know what it would be in these colors. End of turn. I'll Rebel Rouse you. My turn. Oh, man. I mean, there's only one thing to do now. There's no destroy 2 target creatures. Did they just find spot removal? Foolish Fate. Foolish Fate. 2 damage to face. Rubble Rouse. Oh, my heart is beating so hard. Oh, man. That was magic cards. Oh, I'm genuinely so proud of how I played that. Seriously, if you wanna figure out how to find these lines, subscribe to my channel. That's all I can say. Oh man, I need to decompress before game 7. We have a win in. Despite Alex Cortical's best efforts, we actually fought our way to a win in. Despite my best efforts throwing away a 2-2 against him for no reason. Oh, my heart is beating out of my chest. I know I said I wouldn't pause too much, but I need to cool down after that. Oh man. Thinking of what to play around. Foolish Fate. If they had any way of gaining life, it would have dealt 3 damage to me, but I just take through every card that I know in the format in white and black. There's nothing that would deal 3 there as far as I can think of still. I'll go look it up after this. I can't think of a single thing. Interjection would have been an extra 2 damage. So the only way to win there, if I had done a double block, I would have lost straight up. Because I have basically no jaws left. If I had double blocked the 5/4 with my two power creatures, the 5/4 would kill the 2/4 probably, or the 2/2. Probably kills the 2/4. Then I'm left with a Rubble Rouser there at 3. Sorry, what would have happened is they would have Foolish Fated one of the double blockers, and then the 5/4 kills the 2/4. So then I have no creatures left. And then I'm at 8 HP, and their next attack is lethal. I would put my Tackle Artist in the bin. Then I guess my only hope is that the next card on top is Visionary Stance. And then I would have to play that and double block the Dust Speaker, probably, or double block the 5/4. I basically have like a 1 in 7 chance of surviving by drawing Visionary Stance specifically. So it would have been a very bad situation. I wasn't quite lost immediately, but they have me on a 3-turn clock from the Dust Speaker. So yeah, actually I would have had to double block the Dust Speaker with the 3/3s and have everything work perfectly after that. So I had like a 1 in 7 chance of having a chance, basically, to find Visionary Stance, stick the 2 3/3s, get a successful double block to kill their flyer. I also had a Strixhaven Sky Coach, I guess, so it was a little bit more flying interaction. But then like 5 dead draws. Oh man, so I made exactly the right call into the removal spell that they found for exact lethal. Oh man, what a game. All right, well, I was so sad about missing my 6-2 run. Let's see if we can't get a 7-1 run for you. All right, folks, what do we think about this hand? It's a little slow, and I don't love the idea of keeping slow hands, but it has something to do on 2, something to do on 3, something to do on 4, and a goal. They kept. It does feel like a risky keep. It has a lot of power, and it has counter, the ability to find stuff. If they just curve out 1, 2, 3, and this is my hand, I'm probably dead. But I guess if I can accelerate into Snarl Song, I'm leaning towards keeping. I do have my mana. Feels a little risky to throw it back. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in my deck that cost 2 mana. And Visionary Stance technically is like one of my plans for turn 2. I think I just have to trust my deck at this point. Just not Elite Interceptor, please. Okay. It's kind of close. Kind of close. So if I play the Sundown Pass, then I have to go Island, Great Hall after that. I mean, I have a great catch-up tool, right, in the Visionary Stance. Yeah, they are curving out 1, 2, 3 on me. Oh, it's a good way to win games of Magic. All right. So I can Visionary Stance or Essence Scatter. Essence Scatter was a nice resource to find here. If they cast a multicolored spell, that could be some trouble for me. Pumping the Banemaker. Very interesting. And then play a tap land, I assume. Yeah. All right. Let's try to find something fast. Charging Strife Knight is pretty fast. Would I rather have that than Mana Sculpt? Probably. It can help find me like another card. Ooh, together as one, you say. Okay, let's play this so that if I get another magical sequence of different colors, I can represent them. So I'll go ahead and play the Strife Knight, hold it back as a blocker. Obviously. So my deck is not being like hopelessly slow. Now I might just pitch Tackle Artist, potentially. I think I just take here. The dream scenario would be that they pump, right? Yeah, very painful not to have access to a counter there. Very painful. Okay. Now, do I play Tackle Artist or do I hold up Mana Sculpt? That's the question. I think playing Tackle Artist is pretty important. So the game plan is... Yeah, these counters are looking so awkward. I should definitely pitch one of them on their turn. I think I play the Tackle Artist. If they spend their turn wander-offing my Tackle Artist, I'm still holding back the Mage Tower Referee. I will probably at that point just block the Glyph Mage and try to go find like another land so that I can go Snarl Song together as one and recover my life total. I guess if they have a Wander-Off, it would be nice to get them with the Mana Sculpt, though. Maybe I do just hold up the counter. So basically, playing Tackle Artist is worse against them just playing a creature. It preserves my life total in the short term. It's worse against them just playing a creature. And it's worse against them having removal, right? But it's a short-term play to preserve my life total. Basically, what holding up a counter is bad against is if they just have nothing. They just don't do anything. How much do I want to bet on that being the situation here? I guess also if they have like double Last Gasp, then holding up a counter is really bad. I'm going to not do it because next turn I can hold up both Mana Sculpt and Essence Scatter. Although I might just throw away Essence Scatter here, to be quite honest, to try to guarantee a Snarl Song on 6. I don't know if I'll get to guarantee, but make it more likely. Okay, so this feels like putting more board presence down was actually really good. Putting it on the Mage Tower Referee, that's really interesting. I'm just going to block absolutely everything. If I can preserve my life total, I'm really happy here. So go to blockers. Is it worth trading off the Tackle Artist? Certainly the Strife Knight is going to trade, probably with the Glyph Mage. I think I do just trade off the Tackle Artist here, right? And then I can throw away Essence Scatter, hold up Mana Sculpt. I don't want to get greedy with value here. I think let's make some blockers, and then I'm going to toss Essence Scatter. Hoping to draw land. Yeah, that's nice. I would have liked a different color of land, but that's okay. Oh, Stadium Tidal Mage is a beautiful draw for like the meanwhile. Having said that, I think I actually just want to hold up Mana Sculpt. I think that's better than just trying to put down board presence. If they go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I am getting pretty low though, right? They didn't seem to have removal last turn. 2, 3, 4. So basically the idea is if I play the Stadium Tidal Mage and they don't have a removal spell, that holds back everything. Well, no, they get to attack with the Banemaker and the 1/1. At that point, I would just block the Banemaker. If I play the Tidal Mage and they have a Wander Off, it's like 5 damage to me, which I don't even really care about. I think the Tidal Mage is straight up just better because they're like, they could just do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to me, putting me to 5 without even needing to do anything, without needing to lift a finger. Tidal Mage gives me another chance to find another color of mana as well. Well, I'm definitely not throwing away the land. I'm definitely not throwing away Snarl Song or Together as one. And so I think Mana Sculpt is better than the Glassrite. So I think I'm going to do it like this. Glassrite would have been a nice drop to be able to play that, generate a treasure. I do want to have Mana Sculpt up for when they hit like Moment of Reckoning mana. So I can go white, red, blue, black, Together as one, or Snarl Song for 4. Feels pretty good. Well, they just instantly took a card over Stargaze as well. That really makes me wonder if it's a removal. I think the Tidal Mage blocks the Banemaker here. I'm about to get 2 4/4s. I think that's correct. I think I'm happy trading down on material to just like keep board presence. So green, blue, red, white. Green, blue, red, white. Just gonna make sure. Make a green. And then 2 other colors, and I'll Snarl Song. Gain 4. Get 2 4/4s. I'm assuming that they just got a removal spell. I would love to have an answer to this Stirring Honormancer, by the way. Okay, it wasn't a Wander Off. Maybe it was a Last Gasp. Oh, or Foolish Fate, like we just saw a bunch of. I would love to get 1 more pip so that I could Together as 1 Stirring Honormancer. That would be a dream. I would also like to hold up Mana Sculpt forever. Okay, they have a removal spell. Dig Site Inventory. No. That's not what I was the most scared of. Do I just double block? So they could have Last Gasp here. Last Gasp massively punishes the double block. If I don't double block, that Stirring Honormancer is a big problem for me. So basically the question is, how likely do I think it is that they have Last Gasp? I don't think that they had it before. Did they pick Dig Site Inventory or Scolding Administrator off the top? Not likely. I kind of want to just take the Honormancer damage. I think playing into Last Gasp here is so bad, but I have to block something. Personally, I don't think that they have Last Gasp. What happens if they do have Last Gasp? They actually only kill 1 of my creatures still, right? They could have Masterful Flourish. That would be annoying. With Last Gasp, what am I concretely trying to play around? They literally can only kill 1 of my creatures. But it means another creature still dies. Okay, feeling great about that. I'm feeling great about that. So I'm going to Together as 1 right now. Draw 4 and kill probably Adventurous Eater. The thing is, that's the easiest one to block. So do I kill the Flyer? I think the Adventurous Eater is the scariest, the scariest card, isn't it? The other 2 could end up killing me. Like, Dig Site Inventory on the Flyer is so good. And they have Menace on this guy. I could kill the Scolding Administrator and then hope to find Run Behind. I'm about to draw 4 cards, gain 4. So I have some time. I think let's shoot Adventurous Eater. 4 damage to Adventurous Eater. Draw 4, gain 4. It means I have to find something. It means I have to find something. Okay, Tome Blast. That's something. And Archaic's Agony. Okay. We found some things. Now I cannot block, so I should attack. It only stands to reason. I can even play Tome Blast and flash it back. That's pretty sweet. Dig Site Inventory on the Scolding Administrator, so I can Archaic's Agony that. No, I can't. It's a 5/5 now. Yeah, that's rough. That's a lot of damage. I admit that's a lot of damage. I might just be in a place where I'm going to have to like line up a risky double block against it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can Archaic's Agony holding up Mana Sculpt next turn. I can also Tome Blast Landscape Painter holding up something like that. Oh, you have like a Wander Off or something. I would really love a Run Behind. Maybe I'm most likely to want to just Flow State next turn. Another Dig Site Inventory. Holy cow. I mean, that is nutty. So I can't even Archaic's Agony into Tome Blast on that guy anymore. Okay. Well, that's tough. That's tough. They can do 10 damage to me. All right, well, now I need to find something, don't I? Wow, Arcane Omens, you're a little bit late here. Okay, let's think very hard. I really want to find a Run Behind. So Run Behind plus Tome Blast would be so good here. Can I get a Run Behind is the question. Otherwise, I end up playing Landscape Painter as a blocker, holding up Counterspell. 1, 2. I can technically play the Counterspell, but I cannot Flow State. Okay, so that's a more conservative line is I play Landscape Painter, I Tome Blast the 2/2, then I Chump Block. It just puts me in such a bad spot. Landscape Painter, Tome Blast the 2/2, and then I have 3 mana left, which is exactly enough to counterspell, and my plan is to chump the Scolding Administrator. That's not a winning line. Let's try to get something better. Run Behind. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's so bad. Not what I was looking for. Tome Blast the 2/2. Wow. Literally the menace is so bad for me. Well, I have to Tome Blast the 2/2, right? I also could have made my guy a creature, but I don't have quite enough mana to do that and everything else. Then I can play 2 different blockers, so I'm not dead to a single removal spell at least. At least I'm not dead to a single removal spell. But I'm dead to a lot here. Not gonna lie, I'm dead to a lot here. It didn't seem like they have tons of gas. Silver Quill Charm. No! Silver Quill Charm off the... Oh, man. Oh, what a way to go. And I got to Snarl Song and Together as One. Wow, I really thought I had a good shot there. Silver Quill Charm off the top. That's my second 6/2. Oh, man, I really thought I had a great shot. Seriously. If I had found... I guess there was nothing else, like... The double dig site inventory with the Scolding Administrator to deal 10 to me, I did not see that coming. What could I have done differently? I guess Together as One shooting Scolding Administrator. I guess I was supposed to shoot Scolding Administrator, let them put the counter on the 1/1 flyer. Scolding Administrator just got out of hand. I was supposed to Together as One the Scolding Administrator, not the 4/3. I just didn't want them to have like a really chunky flyer. But the thing is, if I'd done it that way, they would have triple or quadruple... I don't think that was going to win, because they would have triple or quadruple dig site inventoried the 1/1 flyer and made it like a 4 or 5 power flyer. They wouldn't have got me quite as low, but I still wouldn't have found Run Behind, and it still would have been out of the reach of Archaic's Agony. Wow, getting 2 6/2s in this event is a pretty bad beat. Oh well, it was still fun Magic, and I got my gems back. Until tomorrow, have tons of fun playing Magic, and don't be afraid to splash.